drawing yours truly, right? The best way you can. And while you're doing it, you see, you're going to focus on drawing yours truly and forget about what's going on all over the world right now, just for like, 40 minutes or something, right? Because believe it or not, COVID is going to go away and everybody's going to be okay. All right, just got to believe that. It's going to happen. It will go away. It's not a matter of believing it. It will happen. Pandemics always end. This one could end any time. I've been finding this time a little bit, yeah, I don't like it very much. I can tell you that. I would rather have all the students here. It's way more fun. I don't get nearly as stressed. Not that I'm pretty good right now. But anyway. Okay, so that's where we're sort of heading for a little while anyway for today's class. And next class you'll see. I'm going to try to add some variety every day and stuff. So I see you guys, and I'll see you on Friday as well, won't I? I believe I see if Thursday's going to be a Friday. Or Friday's going to be a Thursday. Yeah, okay. And then apparently we're all going to come to school next week, and then everybody's going to get COVID, and then they'll all go home again. I hope not. My son got COVID. I'm talking a little bit because we haven't talked in a while, okay? My son he lives in Alberta, and he got COVID, but he's okay now. But he was quite sick for 7 days, 7 to 10. I think by the 10th day, he's feeling pretty good. But he's back to work now. But, he went to the hospital. They sent him home, but like he has asthma, and like you said, his chest hurt, so he thought maybe he should do something, but they said, no, you got COVID, go home. So he did. But, his fiance who lives with him, she didn't get sick. I can't believe it. Like, she did a good job of not getting herself sick. I hope you all had a great Christmas holiday. It was not too bad. I had some interesting things happen to me. Maybe as the day goes on and I get bored, I'll tell you. I'll try not to talk too much, though. Anyway. All right, so we're going to try and look at some pictures here of portraits, okay? See how this goes and add a little bit of practice. So there you can see the pictures behind me on the screen. And then I'm going to sort of arrange things where I think maybe you guys can see them and then you guys are going to help me. Because it's hard for me to tell. Okay, so there, that's probably good. That's all I get. No, that's not the right picture. Oh, well, I'll start with this one. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. Okay, so when you go to draw, here I am. When you go to draw a portrait, the first thing you start out with is an oval shape. There it is right there. There's an oval. And you can see this picture where they're going on, they're doing things. And the first thing you do, okay, after you draw your oval, is you're going to divide your picture in half, like that, right? And then you're going to divide it in half this way, okay? So you're going to go vertically and horizontally into 4 equal quarters, four of them. It's on this line. That's where your eyes go because your eyeballs are in the center of your head. So for instance, well, look at my hair. You get 10 points extra if you make me look like Einstein, okay? All right, so if you went measure my eye to the top of my head, it's the same distance as my eye to the bottom of my chin, right? Your eyes go in the center of your head, okay? The other really neat thing is people say, well, what's the space between two eyes, right? What's the space between this guy's eyeballs right up here? Guess what? It equals one eye. So like you've heard that, the third eye, right? It's the eye, there's one eye right in between your mind's eye. That's where it is, okay? There you go. As we move down, you can see that they've started to they added one more line right here, right? And that's where the tip of the nose would go. And then there's another line right under there, and that's where the lips would go. Eyes, nose, and lips. What most people do when they first draw portraits of their own is they go over to this one over here. You can see my pencil. They put the eyeballs, or I'll use this one. They put the eyeballs up in the forehead, right? Can you see that there? Drop that down a little bit. Right? There's a tendency for people to draw put the eyeballs up here because they forget that we have a forehead and then we have this crown of hair up on top, right? And because the eyes and the nose and the mouth are the parts of the face that are sort of the most interesting to look at, when people draw them, they tend to exaggerate them and sort of spread them out a little bit. So there's too much space, okay? Your eyes, nose, and your mouth only take about half of your face. All right, there you go. Okay, I scroll down here a little bit. So you know, see if we can see. So you can notice that it's hard to see this woman here. But they started off, my cursor there, with an oval, but the oval's tilted a little bit because you can see her head here is tilted a little bit. But it's still going down in the middle, right? Okay? So, and why is it tilted a little bit? Because human beings do that. We tend to, here, I'm going to get these ones up here so you can see them. We have a tendency to tilt our head. Not that we see it in this picture like I thought we were going to. We don't see it in this picture. There we do. Right? So this person here, you know, this is an artist here. Her name is Catherine Fox. Her head's tilted a little bit. Notice Johnny Depp here. His head's tilted a little bit. Denzel, is that Denzel? Jamie Foxx, maybe that is. His isn't, but he's had a bit of a profile. Anyway, people often hold their head up, slightly tilted to the left or the right. Okay? Anyway, moving on. So I'm just going to show you some pictures a little bit because most of what we're going to do is draw today. Right? And it's going to be a draw. You're going to relax and you're going to draw. And there's no stress, okay? Like all you're going to do, I figured this is a great time to do portraiture because you don't have people looking at what you're doing while you're doing it, right? And I know that's a hard thing to do. When I was in art college, I did not like to draw in front of people at all. I really didn't. You know, like I would stop sometimes, you know, I'm sitting there drawing and people came around, started looking. I couldn't deal with it. So I understand that some of you feel anxiety when you're in the classroom and you have to do stuff and draw in front of other people. And especially when it comes to things like this, when you're trying to make something look a little realistic and you've never done it before and you're sort of, I can't do it. Anyway, so I thought, well, this is a great time to do it because you're at home. There's no one looking over your shoulder except for maybe mom or dad or something, you know, maybe if they are, I don't know. But you know, it's a little bit more relaxing and it's a little bit better atmosphere because it's just you, right? And you and me, okay? And you know, so that'll make it easier for you. I'm hoping, I think. It seemed yesterday the students were actually pretty happy to do what we were doing yesterday. So anyway, so here's some more pictures where you can see, even though this one's like all scribbly, and this one's all broken up into little pieces, and these are all different sort of, you know, not sort of your traditional portrait. They still have they're still locating things like the eyes and the nose and the mouth in the right spots. Even this one, even though the eye's slightly tilted there a little bit, everything is pretty much correct and in proportion to each other. You know, this is like a cubist artwork where they were purposely trying to show everything all at once in a picture. You know, anyway. Right? They're nice. They're good pictures, dark and light, a lot of contrast. Even the collage, right? You could have made a mess of it, but they didn't. Like they put everything in the correct positions. All right, so here we go. Look at some more. Okay, just some more. So I tried to show a lot of sort of non-traditional portraits of people, just because they don't have to be a realistic picture all the time. That's the formal sort of, you know, academic university way to do things now. People, you know, part of the reason to make a portrait is sort of capture a person's character and personality, right? So you don't always have to paint them realistically in order to capture it that way. Now, I mean, that's a real talent and skill to do that, you know, like they do paintings of every prime minister who finishes being a prime minister will do a portrait. But the artist who's painting those realistic portraits, what they have to do is what makes them good is that they are somehow able to capture some of the essence of that person, some of their character, some of their personality. And like how do you do that? You know, that's really hard, you know, hard thing to do with paint and brush. Anyway, right? But it doesn't always have to be done that way. Right? These look like either a high school or university students. Anyway, I've had people do self-portraits and they make them cut them up like this and glue them back together. They didn't like doing that very much, right? Because they like their artwork so much the way they are. But, you know, when you cut it up and split it up like that, Takes on a whole new meaning. Anyway, these are all really nice artworks by students, I think. They're really good. Right? Like this one here, the guy in the middle. What makes this one special is that he's using a lot of diagonal lines, right? A lot of lines going in diagonals. And what that does in an artwork, if you're using a lot of diagonals, is it tends to cause a little bit of tension in the artwork, and that guy he's pretty intense, I would say. Because we're sort of used, we stand straight and tall, we stand vertically, we lie horizontally. We don't do things diagonally very much. We don't stand diagonally very often, as we might fall over. So diagonals often cause tension. Now you want a rainy, stormy day. Like if you want a rainy day, you can have the raindrops coming straight down. If you want a stormy day when it's raining, put your rain marks going diagonally, and you will add that kind of stormy tension to your art. There you go. You learned something there. There's just a few more. This one, I thought, their eyes are not in the middle, but sure enough, if you measure from the very top of her hair to her eye, it's in the middle. It looks a little off to me, but it's not. Nice pictures, eh? Good. I like this one in the middle right there. That's probably my favorite of them all right there. Anyway, right, and I did something special for you guys, okay? I don't think the other class got to see this yesterday, but I'm showing you. And I better make it so that you can see it. I keep forgetting to look to see if you can see the pictures while I'm showing. Right, so there I have a picture of an anime character on one side and a real portrait of a person on the other. Right, what I want you to notice is the difference, okay? We have the girl there below, right? So look at the giant sized eyeballs of the girl, the anime character. They're much bigger than the rest of the head, aren't they? They look just a little unusual. This is what people do, this is what they've done, right? And then that nose, like, do they actually have a nose? It's almost like a little Michael Jackson nose, right? Like a little dot there, right? Whereas the person on the right, very beautiful young woman, she's got a nose. At this point, you can go, my goodness, she's got a big nose. Because, look at the anime character. They just have a little one, which makes the real person's nose look huge, right? So what I'm trying to get at here, folks, is when we do this, when you draw me, don't draw me like an anime character. Try to draw me, realistically. Be not, if you make me look like Einstein, 5 extra points. Anybody laughing? Ha ha ha. Jordan is, I can tell. She got a permanent smile planted on her face there. All right, so let's look at the boy one there. Whoops. It's the same thing. Whoops. There we go. There's the boy. Beautiful blue eyes. Look, and his nose is so small you can't see it. Right? Anyway. There you are. I'll just flip back to him a little bit. Take a breath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here. What you need is a pencil and a piece of paper. It's 11 o'clock now. I'll probably talk a couple more minutes here, but you're going to have about 40 minutes. What I will do, I haven't posted the assignment because I don't think I'll post it up there so that it'll say assignment portrait, and there's some instructions for those who aren't here today, or as a reminder, and then you'll be able to submit your drawing at that point. Okay, so that'll happen probably at lunchtime. It's probably the first opportunity I'll be able to get it in there. By the way, in terms of all your paintings and stuff, okay. While you guys were away and I was here, I spread out 180 folders all over the tables in the room, and I got all the paintings out and I put them into everybody's folders for you. So all your paintings are all in your folders. All the paintings that have names on them. I do have a small stack of painting artwork I can see right over there that I haven't sorted yet. Not very many at all, but there's no names on them and stuff like that. Okay. Also, the other thing I've done, any drawings that you handed in. We had some 1 point perspective drawings, and you had those sketchbook drawings. All of those have been graded, okay? All of them. They're sitting right here, wherever my clipboard went, just to prove it. This isn't your class in particular, probably, but you can see there's a bunch of pink writing there, like there's numbers. I had that all done on last Thursday, and I thought, okay, I gotta leave my stuff here, and I'll come in Friday morning, and I'll put in all the marks, and I'll have it all done, and they'll all be happy. They'll be able to see it. It'll be there, and Mr. McTavish did his job, did a good job. He's a hero. And then I came to school on Friday morning, and like I talked to the other teacher who showed up too, and said, "No, I guess we're supposed to go home because there was nobody here, right, on Friday." So I actually, instead of going home, I drove out to Peggy's Cove, just, have a drive around, lots of big waves out there. And then I drove home before the storm started. But anyway, I got about 5 centimeters of snow. Anyway, I couldn't put the marks in, and I haven't had a chance since. I have the last period off today. So my goal is to get them in there for the last class today. All right. And I believe they are already, those sketchbook drawings are already posted on Google Classroom, because some of you didn't get it all done, but they're there. So you can still do stuff. I figure you're probably going to have some time this week, maybe because it's COVID week again. Anyway, they're there, and we'll just move on from there, folks. Are we going to be here next week? That's what they're saying. I don't know. I can tell you personally, I'm nervous about that. I'm getting my booster shot on Thursday. However, I'm just nervous about all of a sudden, like, all the students coming back to school. It's not just me. Like, a lot of people might get sick really fast, and the whole thing could just collapse. So I don't know what they're going to do. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's going to end. It will. We just got to get through it. I think, the secretary downstairs told me yesterday that she believes that the COVID situation is going to end this spring. Now, if you don't know anything, here's something you should know. Mothers, nurses, and secretaries, they keep the world going round. Okay, so if the secretary says, it's going to end by spring, I'm going to believe her. Yeah, because they keep things going for us, really well. Anyway, that's my years of experience have proven to me. Okay? So, all that work's been done for you. Just I'm going to get it on the computer today. Okay, so I'm going to, any second here, stop talking, get into pose. Should I go like the thinker? Thinking, should I take my hat off? I'll take my hat off. Mess up my hair a little bit so it really looks like me. Right? There we go. When you draw, like I'm purposely sitting so you can see my neck and my shoulders. You should try to include the neck and shoulders there so that you've got, something to sort of plant me. It kind of gives me my head a support, right? If you just have the head there, it kind of looks like the head's floating, kind of lightheaded, All right. So I'm going to stop talking. Well, actually, I'm going to stop moving. I might keep talking. I got a couple of stories you might find interesting about Christmas. About what my best friend told me after I've known him for 43 years or something. It's kind of interesting. Or the guy who visited me. Yeah, they're both interesting stories. Anyway, all right. So we're going to start drawing a picture of me. I'm as good as it gets in terms of, I'm not the prettiest face, I'm sure. Anyway, so you can get on your mark and you get set and go, and you're going to draw me. And the way to start is to draw an oval first, divide that oval into 4 equal parts, put the eyeballs on that line, the horizontal line, making sure there's one space or one eyeball in between the 2 eyeballs and stuff. And you know what I'll do for you? I'm going to put that drawing, it shows the face divided up again. See if I can get that up there for you. Where is it? Ah, man, just deleted something I didn't want to delete. Oh, well. There I am. Where is the PowerPoint? Yeah, there's the PowerPoint right behind me there too a little bit. What'd you get for Christmas, Jackie? Are you there, Jackie? Ah, there she is. I forgot to do attendance too. Give me a sec here. I got to move. All right, I'm going to do attendance. And it's best if you can just mic a yes or hear to me. If you can't mic, then send me the message. It's just better if I can hear it. All right. Okay. I'll try not to move. In a second. All right, here we go. Layan. Layan, are you here? Yeah. Okay. Arenze.
Yeah, I'm here.
Nada. Nada, are you here? No, Nada. Rafida. Oh, somebody's raised their hand. Just a sec. Okay, thank you, Nada. Rafida. Okay. Omar.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey. John. Hey, you're John. I got to move this thing. All right, thank you. Sam is here. Redden, I think you got in here a little bit late, but you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Good enough for me. How's your mom doing with all this?
Good. She goes into school to teach her classes.
Yeah, me too. But
Yeah.
I'm at school. Yeah, there's no way I could do it. I don't want to do it at home.
Mm-hmm.
I try to make my day normal. But she's doing okay?
Yep.
Good. Sebastian Corbin, I don't think. Silam?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Angelina? Yes. Miriam? Sunset Girl, yes, indeed. Cody? Cody, are you here? Cody once, Cody twice. Cody's not here? Jordan is here. I saw that face. I mean, I can see some of your names there. Anyway, I just do it this way so I know you're actually there. Erdit? Yes, he is. Aiden Lee? Yes, he is. Aaron McCallum? Rory Mann?
Here.
Hey, Rory. Hussein? Yes, sir. Good morning. Freya?
I'm here.
Yes, you are. Good for you. Jaden, I know you're here. Ashley Mitchell?
Here.
Good. Jackie's here. Ollie Pichet. I should check to see if these people actually got their invitations. Oh, there she is. Emily Santos Holanda.
Here.
Good. Are you cold?
No, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's because you're inside. Do you know, you guys, that today is the coldest day we have had in 2 years? 2 years. It was 13 below this morning when I got in my car, and they said the high temperature for today was going to be 12 below. Yeah, cold day. Anyway, Rodwin. Go to class, Rodwin. Leor Telsnack, are you here? There he is. Woof, woof. Layla. Yeah, Layla. That's the song, in case you guys didn't know. Sage. Sage was in yesterday's class. Why did they put it? What is going on with that? That's interesting. Oh, well. Andrea Zing. There she is. All right, everybody's here. Well, I got everybody done. All right. So draw away. Yeah, one thing when you get to draw your teacher, you get to look at it and say, my God, can somebody really be that ugly? Yes. You know, everyone gets the deep lines right down there in my face, right? I have some in between my eyes, too. My hair is probably a little darker on the top than it is on the sides, just like my beard, right? It's kind of white around the face, but kind of dark around the chin, bottom of the chin. So over the break, I get up one morning around 6, and went out in my living room. I threw my glasses on the couch, and then right after I threw them on the couch, I sat on them. Like right after. I don't think I wasn't awake. Anyway, if you notice my glasses are a little crooked, that's because they are. I fixed them, but I said that was a dumb thing to do. Anyway. And then the day after Christmas, Boxing Day, I guess you'd call that, I called my friend in Toronto, Dave. I've known Dave since I was 17. And Dave and I hitchhiked across Canada one time. We traveled all over Europe for a couple months once. 2 years ago, we went on a road trip from Toronto to Halifax here. Anyway, we've known each other for quite a long time, very good friends. He's been married twice, has 2 kids and all this. Anyway, he announced to me, not his best friends, his other friends, but to me, that, he's living with a man now, and he's in a relationship with a man. And so he told me that, and I go, wow, congratulations. And he goes, well, yeah, but you paused. And I said, well, I've known you since I'm 17. You just told me this. I think I'm going to pause just a little bit, Wasn't that long. 2 or 3 seconds. Oh, no, 4. Anyway, that was a surprise. Well, not a surprise. Anyway, what it made me think about is, years ago when I used to first start teaching, we might talk about relationships, in the gay community and that. Anyway, like some kids would say to me, well, if I have children and they're gay, I'm going to disown them and stuff like that. And I said, no, you're not likely to do that. You're more likely, keep staring right at the thing, you're more likely to love them just as much, if not, even more. You want to protect them even more. Anyway, certainly, in terms of my friend, it has not changed anything between he and I. It's just like, okay. Now he's a little nervous about telling my other 5 friends, or the other 4 friends. Like we get together every now and then, have for 40 years, more than 40 years. Anyway, he's a little nervous about telling. I don't know why. Like no one's going to care. If anything, we'll probably tease him or something, like make stupid jokes. But we're going to just love him like a brother, just like we always have. It's interesting. Anyway, there you go. You never know, do you? You just never know. I mean, I've known this guy for 42 years, and you just never know. Anyway, Good for him. Anyway, the other thing that happened, yes, one night I got up at 4:30 in the morning, right? Because the guy upstairs sometimes wakes me up. He gets up early. Anyway, I went out to my back, my studio, and I have a glass sliding door that goes out of my deck. And I was just looking through the curtains. So the curtains were open about 6 inches, say. I was looking outside and I saw this person. They appeared, right? And then they went to the apartment down below me, right? But like I didn't hear the door open or close because I always do whenever they're there. Anyway, I didn't hear anything. So I'm saying, I wonder what's going on with there, And I thought to myself, I don't even think Buddy's home. I think he's gone home to Toronto or back to Ontario where his family is for the Christmas break. Anyway, so I waited, and the next thing you know, Buddy comes up from down below. He's got a flashlight on, and the next thing you know, he's on my deck. On my deck, right? So I thought, should I hide? And I said, no, I'm not going to hide. So I just stood there right against the window, and he came up, and he crouched down right at the window, and I'm standing right there, but clearly he doesn't know. He can't see me. He couldn't. Anyway, he's flashing the light right into my room between my feet, right? He's looking at my feet, my ankles and stuff. He didn't know what he was looking at, I think, at first. Anyway, I thought, well, what am I going to do now? I don't want to hurt this person because they were going to get hurt. So I just shook the curtain, and then he looked up at me and then he left. And so I opened up the door when he was over the railing again. I said, Buddy, can I help you with something? And he goes, well, I was looking for Dylan's apartment, and Dylan is the guy who lives downstairs. And I thought, well, I didn't say anything. The guy, he took off. And I thought to myself, well, if he knows who Dylan is, he knows that Dylan's apartment is downstairs. So he doesn't know Dylan very well. Anyway, I was I wasn't scared. In fact, I think I scared him when he saw me. I probably freaked him out a little bit. There's Einstein looking at me. What would you think? But he would never gotten in my house. He would have had to break windows. I think I would have heard that. He wouldn't have been able to get the lock open. It would have been impossible. And I was right there anyway. And oh, okay. Hi, Jaden. How did I miss your name when I did attendance? How did I do that? Anyway, there you are, Jaden. They're drawing a picture of me right now.
Okay. I'm gonna get Cody in because he can't get in either.
Cody?
Yeah.
Oh, he can't get in? All right, so I'm gonna. You can get him in, can you?
Yeah, I'll send him the link.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Anyway, the moral of the story is don't come to my house and expect to get in at 4 in the morning. Not going to happen. But I wasn't scared. Not in the least. I sort of thought I would be, but I wasn't. That's not the first time I've noticed that about myself. One time I watched somebody stab somebody, almost killed them. And there was a lot of people standing around and everyone just stood there. But when the guy left, I followed him. No one else did, just me. In fact, the other art teacher who's in the classroom next door, as it turned out, and I didn't know it at the time, but they were there too. Her husband was there. He saw the whole thing as well. And I only found out because both of us were in a waiting room at the courthouse one time because we had to, testify. But as it turned out, we didn't have to testify, but we were both there. I go, what are you doing here? Yeah. When was that? Oh, that was probably 10 years ago, Lorenzo, quite a while ago now, quite a while. It was at Exhibition Park. It was at the fair that they have in the fall there, the farmers, whatever they call that. The farmers fair where they have all the rides and stuff there. And we took our kids. And in fact, the guy who did the stabbing, I ended up teaching him that following year. He was in my class. Can you believe that? I mean, just crazy small world, right? I said, I know him. Anyway. So that was the two exciting things I did over the break. I got a yoga mat for Christmas. I bought it for myself. I know what your first question is. Are you going to do yoga? Go ahead, ask. No, I'm not, but I'm going to use it for exercising. Yes, I might do a downward dog. I can remember how to do that. My daughter and I had a good time. My son, he's out in Banff, Alberta. He got COVID, but he's over it now. You don't want to get it, apparently. He was sick for 7 days, I think, 7 to 10 days, and quite sick. Like, his chest hurt a lot. And they'll send us all back next week, and we'll all get COVID. Yay. Freya, what'd you get for Christmas?
I got a new phone.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you get art materials?
Yeah, I got some paint and some paintbrushes.
Right on. Layla, what'd you get?
I got a couple records and I got a vintage Led Zeppelin like wall hanging thing.
Whoa. Led Zeppelin, right?
Yeah.
My favorite record album by them is the third one, Led Zeppelin 3. It's got a lot of acoustic songs on it. Like, I like their acoustic stuff a lot. Some of their heavier stuff, but I like Led Zeppelin 3 quite a bit. Third one. Yeah. And on Led Zeppelin 4, the one where the wizard there's holding up the lantern right up in the rocks. Do you know what I'm talking about? Anyway, I drew that picture I used it for one of my murals that I did on a wall way back when. Well, good for you. Leor, what'd you get? A new dog? What'd you get for Christmas? Oh, boy. You went to Florida. That's right. I hear it sucks in Florida because it's hot. Really? Oh, I was just kidding. Rafida, I noticed your sister just left the meeting. Like, she's not supposed to leave when there's still half an hour left. She's supposed to draw me for a half an hour. That's why I'm here. Right? You're supposed to just relax, have a little social chit chat here. Well, you draw the ugly guy. I mean, what could be a better way to spend your Tuesday morning? Yeah, good for you, Leor. I would have loved to have gone to Florida. I've never been there. Ashley, did you get any art materials for Christmas?
I got a new sketchbook.
There you go. Good. Sketch. Is it a big one or a smaller one?
It's a smaller one.
Because I always tell people, if you got big ones, divide your pictures up, your pages up so that you're only doing small pictures. Because often when you have a sketchbook, a big one, you spend forever doing one picture, And sketchbook's supposed to do lots of, whole bunch. Anyway, good for you. Good for you. Hope I'm not making anybody feel bad who doesn't celebrate Christmas and stuff like that. And, I know some of you don't have fun anyway, Anybody get bored? I did a little bit sometimes. And today, because I did it for the folks yesterday, I'll let you go I'm going to give you the last 5 minutes off. I'm going to open the door and let you leave 5 minutes early today, folks, just for fun, just because I'm nice. Are you glad to be online as opposed to like sitting at home doing nothing? Personally, I'm glad to have to come back. I was glad to come back to school. Like last week when we were here. Good. Yeah, I'm okay. Good. I'm glad you're okay. I think it's better than sitting at home all the time. Like last week when I was here, I got quite a bit done, and I was not happy when I had to stay home on Friday. I really didn't want to. I just didn't. But see, I live alone, and so for me, this third time around, I found this is a little more difficult than the last few times. Last time it didn't bother me, but this time, I don't like it very much. So if I'm talking too much, just understand. I don't talk to anybody when I get home. And I'll stop now, okay? And what does it say? Jane, you're not driving that car, are you? Oh, I better go check.
No, I'm not.
Okay, and did you get hold of him? Is he on?
No, he won't answer.
Okay. I wonder what happens if I go and try and send him. Am I going to make you good? Am I going to disappear? I'm going to do something and I'm going to ask a question. Did I just disappear?
No.
Oh, so you can still see my face right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna send an invitation off to Cody. Then I'm gonna try to get him to join. How am I gonna do that now? Oh, there's no reason why he can't join. He's been invited. All right, I'll email him. Okay, I sent him an email. Hopefully he'll see it. Anybody else anything exciting like go to Florida or, get cool, presents for Christmas? Fun bunch. Well, any of you know anything about music technology? Who doesn't have Google Classroom? Send that message again. Was that from you, Jaden?
Yeah.
And you don't have the link?
No, I don't have the actual Google Classroom.
How come? I thought everybody had Google Classroom.
I just didn't get it. I must have been not there.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, here comes the code. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you listening? Okay, you're gonna write it down. Capital I S D H 4D8 4. Sorry, I'll repeat it. Capital I S D H 4D4. You want to repeat it back to me? Did you get it?
I think. Just wait 1 sec. What was it again?
Uppercase I and S D H 4D4. Okay, ISDH 4D4. Are you good?
It's not letting me.
It's not letting you? I'm not sure what to do. Like, I don't know what to do if you don't have Google Classroom and you can't accept an invitation. Like, I don't know how that. Here's the thing. I invited you to Google Classroom. Did you accept the invitation?
I didn't see an invite.
Well, I would have sent it back in September or October. I'll try and send another one to you, but I don't think it's going to let me send you a second one. My next question is, if you're not on Google Classroom and all the rest of it, how come we're having a conversation now? Like, you're on here. I can see you.
Angelina sent me the link.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll go see about if I can send you an invitation again. I don't think it will let me, though. We'll find out. Maybe what I'll do, Jaden, is I'll take you off the list and then try adding you again. Oh, you're not on the list. Well, that would explain it. Yeah, you couldn't do it because You're not on the list. All right. So we're going to fix you up right now. Geez, Ashley, I'm looking at your avatar there at the table or smacking the table over and over again. Are you frustrated? Anyway, Jaden, are you there?
Yep.
I sent you an invitation.
Okay, I'll go look.
So, Ashley, what did the quote say? Can you type it out?
I got it. Oh, I'm on.
You're on. Yay. Congratulations. So if you happen to talk to Cody, maybe I'll send him another one. That's what I'll do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take his name off and I'll send him another one. That's weird because he's been invited. All right, I sent Cody another invitation. I deleted him from the class, so he out of art class there for about 30 seconds, and then I just sent him another invitation. So hopefully an updated invitation might get him in. If you happen to talk to him today, Jane, you tell him I've been trying to get him in. It's 11:40. Your day with me is almost done, folks. Anybody watch football this weekend? A lot of football on. Leor, is that your dog? Oh. It's an interesting picture. It's very funny. Actually, you'd probably be less frustrated. You just had a bigger chair, so your face is up above the table there. Ollie, did you get any art materials for Christmas? That's good. And you have to show me that metalwork thing that you've been doing. Goodbye, Aaron. You left early. 10 more minutes, folks, or something. No, less than 10. That metalwork, Ollie. You got to do that metalwork. Omar, hi. Question?
Yeah. Are we gonna have to like send a picture to you?
Yes. So yeah, you're going to have to send a picture. So what I'm going to do at lunchtime here is I will set up an assignment, exactly what you're doing now. But once the assignment is set up, then you're able to then you'll be able to submit it then. Okay. So I'll have that as soon as we're finished. I'll put that up. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So like it's due by today, right?
No, you can give it to me tomorrow.
Okay.
You know, like or next class. But yeah, I mean, I'm only asking people to draw for about 45 minutes today, and that's it. If you don't get it done, well, hopefully you got something done.
Yeah.
Because I'll be able to tell if you spent the time or if you didn't. All right.
Okay.
Fine.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, Mario, you're welcome. What time is this class end? 11:47, is that correct? Or 11:53? I can't remember. Let me check. So it ends at 11:57. So we'll go for 5 more minutes. Or less. 57, 47. 5 more. 13. 6 more minutes. 7. 6 or 7. Emily, that looks like a polar bear with a watermelon on their head. Is that correct? Is that what that is? Is she there?
Sorry?
Is that a polar bear with a watermelon on his head?
No, it's a dog.
Oh, it's just a dog with a watermelon on its head. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that that's any more unusual. Did you put the watermelon on the dog's head?
No, I don't know how to do that on Photoshop.
Ah, just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right, I think I assigned the project there. You'll see it, an assignment tells you 3 steps, draw the oval, split it into quarters, blah, blah, blah. And there's 2 PowerPoints if you want to look at those. One of them is the one I just showed you, and one of them shows a bunch of portraits of different people. Okay? Well, we can sign off, like in 1 minute now if you would like. But so you guys have all your work there. I would like to see this submitted by, the next class, which is on Thursday afternoon. Last class. And anyway, sure. You want to erase the lines out? Sure, yeah. Yes, you can do that. All right, I'm not hanging up here, but if you guys, anytime you want to leave, you're allowed to leave at this point.